Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm very excited to share with you some of the fashion that I'm just loving at the moment, things that are getting me excited and making my heart race a little bit when I see it. I know that I'm into something if I get a physical reaction, and these are some things that I have been experiencing that with. So let's just dive right in. The first thing that I have been going absolutely insane for are cute and quirky glasses. Is it just me, or does a pair of cute glasses have the ability to completely elevate even the most simple looks? I have literally seen the most casual, understated outfit paired with a fun pair of glasses and a cute hairstyle, and it just brings the whole outfit to life. It gives a very artsy, craftsy, super quirky to me, and a bold statement without doing the most, if that makes any sense. And I'm so obsessed with all the fun styles that I've been seeing. Like, it's not just specific look in glasses. I've seen so many different looks, the more vintage grandpa looking glasses, big bold frames, colorful frames, thin metallic in either silver or gold, big ones, small ones. I also really like the cat eye shaped ones. I think those give a really nice retro vintage sort of look. I really love that we're experimenting with all these different kinds of frames. It gives you so much room to experiment, see what you like the most, what works with different outfits. Now, I'm a 2020 vision girly the last time that I checked, but I think it's totally fine to either find or thrift some frames and just add a glass lens to the frame, or alternatively, you could opt for finding some blue light glasses. And obviously, if you are a prescription girly, then win-win. You can go wild with this and really explore all the different fun styles. It's very individual. It's going to depend on everyone, but I really like the fact that you don't have to be a prescription glasses wearer to still play with this look. Next, I think I need to subtitle number 2, because I have the feeling that all 3 of these loves I'm about to mention are all Coraline influenced, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm actually planning to rewatch tonight. I'm getting the nostalgia vibes. It was really good and I really enjoyed it when I watched it back then, so I really want to watch it now, especially because I'm just loving these 3 things that, like I say, I think are directly influenced by the film. Starting off with buttons, but not just buttons sewn on like we usually see buttons in their very functional form. I'm talking buttons sewn on to unexpected parts of clothes and kind of used more as like a decorative feature or creatively in jewelry. What I love about this is that it's so simple technically to apply, because we all, I'm sure, have got stray buttons that are just floating around, or when you buy a jersey and it comes with like the spare little button, so you can collect buttons or find some that you've had in your craft box if you are crafty. Another thing that I love about it is that, like I say, it's so simple to apply, but I find it super effective in transforming a garment or a look in a new and different way that, like, personally I haven't seen before. I think they look particularly adorable on collars and lapels of jackets, pockets. I've seen them sewn onto headbands, which I think is really cute as well. You could even sew it onto a handbag, like a cloth handbag, or a velvet handbag, or a cotton handbag, or even a crochet handbag. That would be such a fun little touch. And then in terms of accessories, you could totally, well, I guess a headband and a handbag is technically an accessory, but talking more like jewelry, even like a hair clip like this, you could stick little buttons onto it just for a different effect, I suppose. You could even turn them into bracelets, necklaces, cute button choker. I don't know, I'm seeing that. That would be adorable. Or even earrings. I think the key here is that they have to be somewhat random and a little bit mismatched, because I think that gives the effect that it was a bit of a DIY project, as if you just found them scattered at the bottom of a craft box in your drawer, or you went to an antique or a thrift store and you got a random mismatched amount of buttons, or maybe from like a past sewing project you never used all the buttons or something like that, and you just have a random amount of said buttons. I think you could completely mismatch them, or have a combo of 2 or 3 if you feel like you do want a little bit more of a put together effect. The next 2 I'm going to lump into one, because they're both motifs technically, and they are dragonflies and spirals. I think if you've watched Coraline Coraline, you can understand why I think all of these are Coraline influence. But I've just seen things on Pinterest and it's all caught my eye at the same time. I just get very excited as soon as I see anything with this pattern or jewelry with spirals or dragonflies. I just think are so whimsical, so witchy and whimsy goth, and also give quite like an earthy, mystical feeling. Definitely associated with the whimsy goth aesthetic. It's also got that dreamy, otherworldly feeling. I've specifically seen more jewelry in this category than I have actual clothes, except for those like crochet spiral sweaters that I think are absolutely just to die for. Also the bags, even like socks or stockings are really cute. Lots of spiral wire wrapping, which I think looks so pretty, just as a choker or a pendant, or earrings, spiral rings. I love the ones that kind of fit over the whole finger. I think that looks incredible. With dragonflies, I have seen some beautiful pendants and earrings, specifically silver. I just think it's a vibe. I'm here for it. The next one, I'm fully aware it has been trending for so long, but I think for good reason. I still am very excited over Peter Pan collars and white ruffly blouses. I just think if you like a blouse and you want to take it a step outside of just a regular shirt, finding one that's either vintage or has an oversized collar, a big Peter Pan collar, or a small Peter Pan collar with some ruffles or some lace, embroidery, or details, I think is so precious, and it kind of gives a doll-like effect. I think because it's quite cutesy in a way. If they're vintage, it's obviously a bonus, but quite honestly, I'm not too concerned. I also really like how these look on dresses. Any white lacy blouse, shirt, dress, anything like that. I'll take a black Peter Pan collar shirt as well, but I quite like how the white ruffliness can break up a black outfit and kind of give it a Victorian doll. That's kind of how I associate it. The only ones that I don't really like for some reason are the detachable collars. I don't know if that's what you have, then by all means. I don't know why. I just cannot see myself ever attaching a collar by tying it to my neck. I think that would remind me a little bit of like wearing a bib. But if you do that, power to you. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not something that I think I would ever reach for. But yeah, any kind of dress, like a little shift dress, I think with those swing jackets looks really nice as well. I would have included that in this video, but I feel like it's too soon for me to know if I actually really like that trend. And I think they are really cute, but I didn't want to include them just because I'm not sure if I'm 200% sold on them, but so far I do like them. The next thing that I'm loving at the moment are bloomer shorts and pants. Again, I know that bloomer shorts has definitely made its way through, I don't know, so much commercial fashion. I don't know if I've ever seen it actually worn day to day. I don't know if I've even seen these kinds of shorts sold in shops or anything like that. Not that I really ever look at fast fashion shops, but I'm just saying I have only really seen it online and on Pinterest and that sort of thing, which leads me to believe that it has been popular in a subgroup of people. I actually haven't experimented with this one at all, which is why I'm bringing it up today, because I'm still very excited about it. And I thought about the shorts all through winter and how I just have to make myself a pair for the spring summer. I think it kind of ties in a little bit with the ruffly shirts and the Peter Pan collar. They both kind of give me that doll like Victorian effect, and I love that you can do the little layered lacy ones. I think those are super cute. I also think the ones that kind of look like they're just poofy and then have a frill, I think those are also really cute. I think they look so adorable under a baby doll little top or like a little swing dress, which leads me to the pants. I think it's very exciting that we are now seeing a pants version of this look. For some reason, I feel like the pants might be a little bit more commercial than the shorts were, but I don't know, we'll see. Again, I think it just adds such a nice touch underneath a dress. You could definitely do these as a culotte. Is it called a culotte? Or am I thinking of a capri? I don't know. I wasn't into the capris, clearly. I said I might dabble, but I didn't go there. But I could definitely see how a shorter pair could be cute. But then again, I think a longer one is still cuter, even if it just kind of cuts above the ankle with a little frill just peeking out of a dress. Adorable. Next is not really a fashion item specifically, but more of a color. And I'm not even gonna try put a word to this color. I'll just say it's a very specific type of of purple, and we're gonna go with witchy or whimsy goth purple. And obviously I'll show multiple photos of what I'm talking about. My heart kind of sings when I see this color. It is just so gorgeous to me in anything: bags, glasses, belts, dresses, jerseys, skirts, pants, boots, full body outfits, room decor, lamps, candles, anything. I love it. Love, love, love. The next thing that I've been absolutely loving, and I actually have a little example here for you. It's not exactly what I'm talking about, but it's close enough, and that is sheer black lipstick or lip gloss. Just think this looks so pretty in the most subtle gothic sort of way. For a long time, like the idea of a black lip, but not a matte black lip, because I could just see how that would probably crack. So what I would do is I would just take black eyeshadow and then use a lip gloss. But there has been a definite rise of the sheer black lipstick. I just had to get my hands on something or something similar. This is the Girl Cult lip gloss. This is how it looks. It's kind of more of a black purple, I would say a muted plum kind of color, and I'll show you how it looks when I apply it. Like it feels very good on my lips as well. It doesn't dry them out. The short story of that very long story was sheer black lipstick or lip gloss looks so good. And then the final thing that I'm absolutely just loving right now are slouchy crossbody bags. Obviously you don't have to wear these as a crossbody bag, but it's nice to have the option. I think that these are originally called hobo bags, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't really like that name, so I'm just gonna call it a slouchy bag. I think these are so cute because you can integrate different looks into the specific style. If you like patchwork, that would be really cute. I also think gingham would look really nice. Velvet, which is on my mind. I just really like the look of this bag, the equivalent of a tote bag. When I would reach for a tote bag, I would also like the option to instead reach for a slouchy crossbody bag. I think these are also really easy to, well, I love how I say really easy to. I don't think it's really easy, but I do think it's possible to create these so that you have a double-sided bag. I've also seen like very hippie looking ones. I think this is also one that you could definitely DIY. Definitely on my list. I just think it's a nice variety outside of a tote bag or your regular handbag kind of thing. And that concludes the video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I would love to know if any of these are on your fashion love list at the moment. If not, what is on your fashion love list? I think it would be cool to hear what everyone is eyeing at the moment. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!